Welcome back on day 16 of my 90-day challenge, and here I am riding down. I just left Redfern Station and I'm cycling to Newtown, where I'm going to be staying for the next few days. And so today is an interesting day because what's been on my mind since I woke up this morning has been the topic of life, the subject of life and death. Very interesting subject, I'm sure you would agree. And it all came about when I saw a link on my Facebook feed this morning from someone I'm following. Her name's Anna Akana, and she's a YouTube celebrity, I guess you could call her that. And she posted a link to download an ebook, a PDF of something she had written. I'm just going to take a break whilst I record this video. But she had written something about, actually she had shared some pages of her journal that she had written from 2007 to 2009, which is all around her entries after her sister's 13-year-old sister had a suicide or committed suicide. So anyway, I'm not sure why I clicked on that link, but it's not the most happiest topic to be reading, first thing when you wake up, but it's what I was drawn to today, and it sparked this conversation. And it actually reminded me, reading through the first entry, which is the entry that she wrote of the day of the actual experience and the events that transpired the day that her sister took her own life. It was just reminded me, or it took me back to a few years ago when I was living in Toronto and I studied improv comedy. I took an improv comedy course, which was an 8-week program, which is fantastic. And if you haven't done it before and you want to practice awareness and these skills of being able to communicate better and to listen better, I highly recommend you take up an improv comedy class, because it's so much more than just learning how to be funny, because it's when you're really present that you can create humor or see humor in any moment. Anyway, I'm digressing from the topic at hand, which is back to Anna's journal. And I was taking this class, and there was this beautiful woman in the class. Her name was Barbara, or Barb, and she had a bubbly personality. She was great to get along with, and she had just moved out of her home and into her own apartment. And it seemed like, at the time, she was well on her way to, living a great life. And after the course had finished, a few months later, I got an update, or saw an update on her Facebook. Actually, someone sent me a message on Facebook, might have been her sister or somebody, to let me know that Barb had actually committed suicide and taken her own life. So it's such a surreal experience, and I'm still, whether I'm processing it or I don't know what, but there's, the immediate question that comes from once, after the shock of, someone so amazing just no longer there, is, this question of why would someone do something like that? What kind of situation would someone have to be in that they felt that was the only way out, like there was no help for them? And so that's kind of the experience. Anyway, I was reading Anna's journals, and I felt connected to it. As I was reading word by word, I was feeling myself in living Anna's experience, and it was very powerful, and it very emotional, and I had to just stop reading and just take a moment to calm myself down and breathe through it, because it is such a heavy subject, but one that is very important for anyone who's been in that situation, or has survived it, or has known someone who's been through it. And it's very real, I guess. So anyway, what I took away from reading that this morning and remembering the whole experience with Barb and all of that was how fragile life can be. And we really, for those of us who take things for granted, or we do what we do, but how often do we actually are present enough to how important and how lucky and fortunate we are to have the lives that we have. No matter how messed up they seem to be, just the fact that you can wake up and breathe and enjoy nature and all these things and meet people and share your problems and learn and grow, that's so valuable, and so it's magical, and we're very lucky that we can do that. So I'm just feeling to live life fully, we have to embrace and appreciate death. And for those of us who run away from it, run away and fear death, then I think that's one way to try and live life. But I feel that to maximize our time here, if we lived each day as if really, I know it's cliche and all, but there's a reason behind that. And I think if we do realize how limited and our life in this this body is, then we would appreciate life much more, and we would go and reach out for our dreams and to do things that are meaningful and that we want to achieve. So that's something that I like to remind my clients and people I work with, in any conversation, and I like to remind myself of that, because it's easy to get into a routine and to get busy, but really how much of our busy work is work that's if we were to disappear tomorrow, right, how much of what we've done and achieved and accomplished will people actually remember, or will be left behind? So that's something to think about anyway. If you have any thoughts or experiences around this, around life, death, any of this stuff, or you have any questions around that, please post a comment below and let me know, because I'd love to continue this conversation and just to get different people's opinions and thoughts on that. So that's it from me for today. I'm going to continue on my bike on my way to my friend's place, and then I will catch up with you tomorrow. Take care.